food in the bowl. Some more food before Belle eats it all. Oh, good job. Good job, good job. You thinking chili, huh? Clean some kitty poo-poo. Time to clean some kitty poo-poo. Got some cold floors. Cold floor, Daddy, cold floor. Time to clean the kitty poo-poo. What? Time to clean the kitty poo-poo. Job, guys. I gotta fill your bowl, I know. Daddy knows, Daddy knows. Stinky poo-poo. Stinky poo-poo. Huh? That's stinky poo-poo, Daddy. Daddy, that's stinky poo-poo. Alright, let's do the doggies. You got a ball? Where's Coon's ball? Who got a ball, Daddy? Want the Coon? There. What about you? Who got a ball? That's my girl. Where's Bear? That's cool. That is cool. Alright, let me come on over here. Oh, we got a couple here. Sorry about that, guys. At the cabin here. Try to get organized. Got some cold feet. Sit by the stove for a second. Let's check the fire. Alright. I think I could probably fit a log right there. Looks like a good spot for a log, doesn't it, YouTube? Alright, let's do it together. Come on, take my hand, YouTube. Let's go. Shall we begin? Let's get a piece of wood. You guys pick it. Tell me when to stop. Right there? Okay. We'll toss this one in there for you guys. I think we're shopping for food today. I don't think she shopped last night, so nothing to eat today. If you guys could subscribe to my channel and leave me one comment, and that way I can follow you guys back. Because during my live stream, you can't follow back. I can't subscribe to your channel, so make sure you follow me. Leave me a little message, and I'll follow you right back, guys. Love you guys, man. That's awesome. Oh. All right, got my doggies. Working on my artwork. Can't wait to print these off, man. I'm gonna print these all different sizes. A couple of them I'm gonna make really large, like 4 feet by 4 feet. Frame them all up. Could you imagine your whole wall being a cool abstract piece like that? I got to get back down to Miami. This is what sells in Southern Florida. These vibrant colors. I used to do murals, abstract murals, and these are popular when they're popular. But you got to get one person buying them, and then the neighbor sees, and then the neighbor wants it. That's how Southern Florida is. If it's trending, it's trending. But anyways, Chad Velasquez Originals. Any way you look at it, there's photos everywhere. There's a guy up there in the corner lifting weights. Any direction. There's some fish in the corner. You got all kinds of stuff here. Here's some of my abstract faces. Let me show you this one here. Let me show you some of these here. We got these. These are colorful. I don't know, between this one, let me show you. Let me set all these up. You got this one here, this one here, you know what I mean, and then this one here. Between those three, I've been busy. What do you think, guys? Do you love me as much as I love me? Because I love me. I love me so much. I love me so much, it wouldn't even matter if anybody else loves me. You know what I mean? That's how much I love me. That's how much I love me. Gotta love me. You gotta love you. Gotta love ourselves, people. That's where it starts. Careless Whisper. Chad, what's up, brother? My aunt paints too. Take her a year to paint a picture. Sales her average painted for $40K. Wow. Yeah, she's professional. I'm more of a doodler. And then the other comment, Careless Whisper, I don't know who you are, brother. I just want you to know that our Heavenly Father loves you very much. He's always with you. Well, I want to tell you that's for sure. I absolutely love Jesus. Jesus is the reason for the season. Jesus is my king. Jesus is who I talk about all day long on my channel. So thank you so much for being here. And this is the power of the Lord, because he brings us together. You see what I'm saying? Same with my TikTok channel. I have a community of Christians, and I love it. And it's well, it's funny. I'm actually trying to do better work, more for other people. I've always painted for myself. I was just saying that. So I do abstract, crazy stuff, whatever it is that pleases me. You know, and I have a niche. I have a certain group of people that like my work, but I think I should slow it down a little bit and start doing different stuff for the masses. But anyways, yeah, there's a few artists that I know that really, they're more realism. But that's great. I don't have the patience to work on a painting for a year. I'm lucky if I can work 3 hours on a painting before I switch to another painting. I kind of have, that's the way my mind works, but anyways. So, oh, that's, Jesus came into your life? Yeah, no. Don't be fooled. This phone right here is a medium for Jesus. Everybody else exploits everything they want to exploit. I'm exploiting the good Lord. Understand? So yeah, this is my party. I'll cry if I want to. But yeah, Jesus is king. Every 10 minutes, we're talking about the Lord. Minimum. That's awesome, guys. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I do have all my art available on TikTok for sale. Prints as well. I do large underwater paintings, abstract stuff, all kinds of stuff. I don't do $40,000 paintings though. I wish. No, I don't wish, but I save my wishes for other things. But I'm glad somebody's out there making 40 grand a painting. I thank you. I wish you the best, Careless Whisperer. And careless whisper on my sun into the morning sun. A careless whisper. George Michaels was the Careless Whisperer. Remember that song? In the morning sun. I don't know the words, but I know the punchline. Yeah, George Michael song, exactly. What's up, Chad? That was a big hit, wasn't it? Oh, George Michael, he was avant-garde, you know, he was pushing the envelope. That was when MTV first came out. Man, he was a handsome guy. All the women loved him. He had the best video. I forget the video, but yeah, George Michael was the bomb. I forget that one song. He had a real popular song in the 80s. Everybody loved it. Yeah, he was a heartthrob for all the girls growing up. Yeah, I know. I didn't want to say that, Chad, but yeah, he disappointed a lot of women by not wanting, you know how that works. So yeah, we grew up quick realizing that. But, you know, he could still sing and stuff, you know. Can't come up with songs like that if you don't have a little bit of a abstract way of life, I suppose. I mean, what grown man sings about careless whispers? Yeah, that's all it is, man. You know what? If I was gay, I'd be proud of it. I'm not. To each his own. You got to love yourself. Whatever it is you do, love yourself and love Jesus. Ask the good Lord for forgiveness. I know that's a whole nother story, is pleasing our Maker. It's not about what we need to do. It's about making sure Jesus is happy with our decisions. So anything I do, I ask permission from the Lord. Make sure it's the right move, you know. I personally don't believe in it, but it's hard not to believe it. Just because it isn't for me, it doesn't mean it's not for somebody. So I'm not judging. But it's definitely not for me, son. And I don't think it's for Jesus either. Jesus wants us to have children, and you know what I mean, and spread the word. Oh, did George Michaels die? I didn't know that. George Michaels is dead? I didn't know that. When did George Michaels die? I've had a couple chances to be famous. I lived out in LA. I lived in Hollywood, right on the Strip. I used to go to agents, and my cousin was a big actor, and I was in a band. All those guys were on TV. But I knew instantly. I moved to Hollywood when I was 18, and I knew instantly that it wasn't for me. It wasn't my industry. It wasn't my city. It was nothing to do with me. And the good Lord took me right out of there immediately. I'm finding my my direction, my way. But yeah, I was at a young age. I went out there, and like I said, everybody that, all my roommates, all my bandmates, they were all in the Jackass movies. They all wrote scripts for The Simpsons. I've got nothing but success stories with all my bandmates, bottom 12. But I'm grateful the Lord pulled me out of there and let me find my path, follow my path. Fame would not work for me. I'd have been dead. I couldn't have handled it at a young age. Drugs and alcohol, I was doing that without the stardom and the fame. If I would have had that, I'd have been dead. I had no control when I was young. Somebody give me a beer, I'd want to drink 10 of them. Somebody gave me a pill, I'd take 20 of them. I was stupid when I was growing up. That's why I'm completely sober. I don't do drugs. I haven't had a sip of alcohol in over 2 years. Before that, I drank just a few beers. Before that, 3 or 4 years, nothing. Matter of fact, the only time I drank was when my ma came and I had a shot. One shot when she came. Other than that, I haven't had a sip in quite a few years. Yeah, I didn't know George Michael's died. I don't know why. But I don't own a television. I don't own a radio. I don't have a computer that I use. I have a phone in my hand. I burn wood. I live 3 miles back in the woods. So I'm very, very, very out of the public. Just the way I want it. Well, for me, I don't even believe in death. I believe death is waking up. This is a dream we live in. Sounds backwards to me, but I think as soon as we die, we wake up. This isn't life. Life happens when we die. Right on, Chad. Hey, do me a favor, Chad. Hit my subscribe button and go to my video and leave me a message. I want to stay connected with you. You got to scroll back to like one of my shorts or something. I don't have, all of my videos don't have comments that you can leave just because I don't like the haters. I want to look at your aunt's artwork. So stay connected with me and leave me a message and I'll sub your channel up. That'd be great. I'm totally inspired by people, other artists and success stories. So that'd be killer to stay connected with you. Well, heaven, I believe, like where, I don't think it's a physical place that we're going to go to and live eternally. I don't believe heaven like that. I personally believe that when we pass and we die, our energy leaves our body, and that's when our energy meets the good Lord, God that created everything. It's all made from energy. At that moment is when we meet. That's when we understand we're in heaven with the Lord. And then after that, I just believe it dissipates. I don't think we're up in heaven sitting there for eternity, making decisions, playing football with your cousin, throwing a frisbee with your dog that passed away 100 years ago. That isn't how I perceive heaven. I believe our energy gets mingled and it's an eternal feeling. We die, boom, our energy leaves our skin. It goes into everything. Everything is from God. Therefore, we instantly become reunited with everything, which is God, the creator of all. That's my belief. I'm not the guy that's going to sit and say we're going to play frisbee up with your dogs that had passed away 20 years ago. I don't believe it. If that was the case, why would we die at all? We would just have a physical life forever. We're not going to go from this existence to an existence like this in heaven where it's all met. You know what I mean? Not physical and spiritual. That's not where my belief structure lays. What about you? What's your belief? Yeah, well, I believe that for sure. Earth is here basically harness Christians. I believe God created this planet so we can multiply and spread the word of the Lord. You understand? So I firmly believe that for the awakening, for, for his second coming, but we've just veered off that path a little bit. But a lot of us are holding the foot down. Like I said, Jesus doesn't need every follower. He just needs the right followers to pave the way. You know what I mean? I think death will be perfect. Our death is our life. That was kind of what I'm getting at. There is no death for Christians. Christians don't die. Energy can't die. You understand? Like, we'll never die. Your energy's just going to transform and go where it's going. I believe if we have structure, that energy the Lord will be right there to collect us. But yeah, I believe death is the perfect plan from Jesus. It's already scripted. Yeah, I certainly don't fear death, because there is no death. Death is life. Death is the minute you're back. But I'm so connected with the Lord here and now that I couldn't imagine being any closer. Love my stove. A little bit small. It's a 1-burner, couple logs. Every couple hours I stoke it, but I do a lot of praying right here. This is all you need in life. If I have one survival item over anything in the world, I'm taking a wood stove. I'll take a wood stove over a solar panel. I'll take a wood stove over a generator. I'll take a wood stove over a fire starter. Any of it. This is my one item that I would take. This can be my light. This can be my heat. This is how I eat. This is how I shower. This is how anything right here. This is all you need in life, in my belief. Right now, the power could go out and I'd be sitting here like, ho hum, ho hum. Oh yeah, no, nope. That's why it's called faith, Chad. Some people need to know, well, give me a reason why I should believe in Jesus. What's your reason? Well, it's called faith. Yeah, there's no proof of any of this. Nobody knows anything. Nobody knows the Bible. Nobody knows Jesus. Nobody knows Satan. Understand? It's just you believe in what you believe in. It's called having faith and structure. Death, life. Everybody's got an opinion. What do we got, guys? 6 o'clock. Well, I know we're chopping some wood today. Oh, that's awesome, Chad. Yeah, I knew I was shopping for the smallest one I could find, and this is the one I got. Besides the one that goes in a van, the little tin ones, this is cast iron. This is the U.S. Stove Company. You know these. It was $3.99 when I bought it like 4 years ago. They went up since COVID, but they should be spiking back down. But in general, these retail for less than $400. Not the pipes and stuff, but just the box. I thought that was a good deal. Not me. I don't have that much wood at all. I'm only on 2.5 acres out here, so I have 3 or 4 dead standing in an emergency. I've got about 15 cords cut and stacked outside. That'll get me through spring, and then I usually have it delivered throughout the season, and then I cut what I cut. I keep my hardwood out here, and I get some stuff delivered, and I just do a combination. I don't want to clear cut my little 2.5 acres. So I definitely select cutting what I have here. I'm not even cutting. If it's dead standing, it's going down, or if it's falling. But other than that, I buy wood out here. Have it delivered, just done. But that gets expensive. I've got thousands and thousands invested in wood every year. But I also do a lot of home cooked videos. I make pizzas. I just did Thanksgiving dinner in the wood stove. Like I take my time and cook everything I do. If it isn't on the stove, I'm not eating. So my oatmeal, it's a lifestyle, brother. You know what I mean? This isn't a fad. This is my life. It's the real deal. This is the life I manifested when I was a kid. I have a wife that's from Thailand. I have Huskies. I live 3 miles in the woods and an artist. And that's all things that I manifested when I was 15, 14 years old. I'm living the life I manifested and dreamt about when I was a kid. Well, for the last 10 years, I've been manifesting other things. So I'm in the process of going through my new manifestations. People think that when you manifest something, it's just going to be there and that's what happens. Well, it does come. The power of manifestation's real, but it's not instantaneous. You're not going to, you know what I mean? Careful what you wish for. That's a true saying. And the funny thing about it, manifesting, is you got to be prepared to get what you're manifesting years later and still have that same dream years later. You know what I mean? Well, okay, so I finally got my cabin in the woods, which I've always had. But for example, living off grid, but then I've got a wife from Thailand who wants nothing to do with it, this lifestyle, for example. So, okay, I manifested my life, but the other part, I manifested my Asian wife, but is that her life? Is that her dream? Are these her ambitions? So you get, are your dreams your wife's dreams? So you have to compromise and, manifest. Things change, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. But I'm in the middle of my manifestation from years ago. So I'm not going to say, darn it, Lord, this isn't enough for me. No, this is what I've been praying for and manifesting for years. So I'm very grateful. You know what I mean? Well, I'm not going to lie, Chad. So, oh yeah, I don't burn wood. I think wood's more expensive. I could get propane out here and it'd be way more efficient than my wood. We'll never have natural gas. I live 3 miles in the woods, so we'll never have natural gas out here. It's only propane or electric. Obviously, you can't burn electric heaters. That would kill you. But I thought wood's going to be my cheapest item. As far as, because you got to remember, I'm also cooking on my wood. I use it for a light source. I'm getting like 5 things off of this wood. You know what I mean? Not just the heat part of it. Let me flip it back around. But wow. Yeah, no matter what, I'll do this till I die. The wood. It's a lot of work, but it's a lifestyle. It's just like waking up and having a cup of coffee. If I wake up in this cabin, it's 20 degrees. So I wake up, it makes me feel alive. Cold feet, cold hands, animals are cold, wife's cold. You know what I mean? I know I'm alive. I wake up, chuck the woods, get it going, start some water, see if my sock dried from the day before. I'm alive out here, man. I'm 54 years old, alive, living, breathing in the elements, cold, hot, mad if I'm mad, sad if I'm sad. This is the real life. No sugarcoating nothing. You know what I mean? This is it. A wife, we argue, we love, we're mad, we're happy, we're a true family. She works her ass off. She supports me, my painting company in the spring, summer, and fall. We save all that money. You know what I mean? We're just a... Looks like my signal's wacky. Well, yeah, that's it, man. I've been married 15 years with my wife. And the funny thing is, you ready to go outside? We know every argument that we have, and that's it. That's all it is. We leave it on the table. We work it out, baby. You know what I mean? So there is no shame in my game to say that I sit and argue with my wife. Why wouldn't I? First of all, she's from Thailand. Second of all, she's 15 years younger than me. And most importantly, third of all, this is not her lifestyle. This is not her dream. So, we're making adjustments right now. But I dreamt this lifestyle way before I had my wife. And so she knows I'm crazy, living in the woods van guy down by the river, starving artist. She knows I do what the hell I want. She knows I don't work for people. She knows I will never work for people. She knows I'm a starving artist. She knows I make good money with my painting company. She knows I love her. She knows I would do anything. And that's who we are. If she wants to go and work 100 hours and do what she's got to do, that's up to her. I've never once said, go work full time. She don't have to do anything she don't want to do. She has a Thai catering business. She's a Thai chef. So she could sit here and do her Thai catering if she wanted to, but she still chooses to work at the hospital because she loves it. So that's up to her. I'm not asking her to do anything. But I'm asking her to do one thing in this world, and that's fulfill her heart and have dreams and goals. That's the only thing I ask of my wife in this country. This is America. You came from Thailand. You better be the best version of yourself that you can be. If you have no goals and no dreams, that's fine. I'm happy with that. That's kind of, perfect. But if you have goals and dreams, I recommend you fulfill them. This is the opportunity for you. That's it. She don't need to do crap. I don't want a new car. I don't want a new house at the beach. I don't want a condo in Miami. You know what I mean? So she's lucky. She's got a husband that doesn't need much. Yeah, 10 years married. Good for you, Chad. It goes quick, doesn't it, bro? Man, oh man, it goes quick. Actually, this January is our 15th year anniversary. January 12th. We'll be 15 years married, and then we've been together 16 years. I'll tell you what, Chad, this right here, this little box I'm living in, we have a full nice RV outside, and we're going to build another addition, and we're doing other things. We have a cabin in town that we're selling right now, and once I get the rest of the money from that, we'll make our lives a little bit better out here. But my point is, this is the American dream. I don't think Americans want the condo in the mortgage anymore. You know, more and more people want to live off grid, living in the woods, growing vegetables, raising cattle and chickens. We live up in northern Michigan right now. We're in Frederick, Michigan. But I firmly believe that this is the American dream. You keep your mortgage, you keep the big corporate, you know what I mean? Who wants that stressful life? Who wants that stressful life? The government wants that stressful life for us. It's because the American dream, you die when you're 70. The old American dream, farming and growing vegetables and no mortgages and building your own stuff, well, those people lived till they were 100. That's not what the government wants. We can't, this earth can't afford trillion people to live till they're 100. We don't have the resources on earth. Therefore, population control, baby. That's why they're feeding you what they're feeding you in this country. We do have one car payment. We own 2 out of 3 of our cars. The cabin's paid off. I owe a little bit on my property still. And then most of my credit cards are paid off. My wife has a couple credit cards that I'm trying to tap into, but I can't pull them out of her. Like, it's in her blood, man. Even if I get those fuckers at 0, she still loves having them. And I get it. She goes to Thailand every other year, and you can't even go. You got to have credit to even leave the country. You know what I mean? So I'm not trying to take her credit away. I'm not trying to say that. I just like them at 0. I like all of our balances at 0. But yeah, so I don't have a house mortgage. Never had a mortgage. My other cabin we bought on a land contract. All of my land I've always bought on land contracts. You know, wow, $1,600 a month. That is crazy. How can you afford that? Plus all of our other bills in life. That's just expensive. I mean, but my budget's way smaller than everybody else's budget. I'm not check to check because I don't have anything, you know what I mean? We're decent, but we're poor on one level. Like, we're 40,000 a year, 50,000, like that kind of low life. You know what I mean? But we don't have mortgages and a bunch of shit that has to come out of our checks each week either. Like me, I run a painting company, Chad Velasquez Painting and Decorating. I work my ass off in the spring and summer and then through the fall, but I don't paint houses at all in the winter. So the money I make, we just save that. And now my wife has a full-time gig at the hospital, and we have a painting company, and I'm selling my art online, and I have a new website that's selling my art, and I'm selling TikTok, where that money trickles in like $20 a week. And I'm getting sponsored by other companies on TikTok. I've got 3 or 4 big companies that I have to respond to that I got invited. You want to come outside, girl? Let's go. Oh, good girl. But my point is, I'm more and more working for myself. Oh, very cold. Not really in the mood to go play. Anyways, who's here? Got a couple people here. Show you some art in case nobody saw them last time. So excited to print these off. I'm proud of these, man. That's why I keep showing. I'm proud of some of my work. I'm proud of these little desktop doodles is what I call them. This is my desktop series. You know what I mean? I'm proud of them. I'm not the greatest artist at all. I know everybody's better than me. Everybody's a better artist than me, but I do like the work that I do. And that's the important thing. If you like it is what you do, if you like what you do, it should show in your work. You know, it's not for everybody. I don't expect to paint a crazy painting and everybody in the world is going to say, oh, I want it. But you know, 1 in every 100 people will want one of these paintings. I promise you. 100 people are going to look at these paintings and say, that sucks, dude. My daughter, who's 6 years old, that's a popular one I hear. My daughter paints better than that. And my response is, I hope she does. I was the best I could ever be when I was 5 years old painting. So that's when I encourage children to be artists. That's when our minds are pure. We don't have expectations. We don't have preconceived notions. It's all about purity. So that's when you're supposed to be the best artist, is when you're young. But you're not gonna insult me by saying your daughter paints better than me. She's supposed to paint better than me. But anyways, my point is, I love me. You know what I mean? A lot of people can't say that. A lot of people can't say they love themselves. But you're not going to tell me that when I print this 6 feet long by 5 feet wide and that's hanging on somebody's wall, you're not going to tell me that's not badass, because that's badass. That's badass. I've got hours and hours working on these pieces. Anyways, that's the confidence you need in life, people. That's the confidence you need, Chad. Because you know it's good enough. It ain't going to be for everybody. It's not intended to be. Art is not. You're not going to find one painting in the world. There's not a single painting from any artist in the world. Not a Picasso, not a Van Gogh, not a Dali, not a Rembrandt, none of them. The greatest artists in the world, there's always somebody that didn't like one of their paintings, but there's always somebody that liked one of their paintings. Same with Jesus, the greatest person on earth, the greatest person that's ever lived. There was 1 million people on earth that persecuted him and hated Jesus with all their heart. So my point is, there will always be somebody that doesn't like what you do, but there will always be somebody that likes what you do. I've got a great scenario. I've been a street artist for a long time. That's where I sell my art. I go to Venice, I go to Key West, not so much. Not a great signal. Yeah, Bob Ross was an awesome painter. Definitely. Hey, make sure you guys sub me up and leave me a message. I follow everybody right back, like, immediately. So as soon as I hang up my lives, I go and see who left me a message, and then I follow y'all back. Same day, same time, right now. Subscribe to my channel, y'all. Please and thank you. If you will. You don't have to. I don't get anything from subscribers. I'm just trying to build the channel. That's a great point. You don't get anything from having subscribers. I don't get paid from this channel or nothing. I don't make money on YouTube. It's just, I don't know, good question. Maybe it looks good when you have subscribers, but no, I don't make anything. You get paid on YouTube if people watch your videos more than anything. So that's a good point, Chad. There's no benefit from having a bunch of subscribers. It just looks like people like you, I guess. Makes you feel popular. Makes me feel all warm and cozy. Yeah, no, I've never made a nickel on social media besides selling my art. Every once in a while, I sell paintings and prints. Yeah, and that's it. Friends from around the world. I tell you what, I'm excited. I'm excited to be alive. 420 somewhere. Bad boys, bad boys. I don't know how many dogs I got out right now. Guys coming in. Good morning. Come on, kitties. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Step aside. Wow, really? Just got a couple more inches. I'm not in the mood. Oh, forgot. I left my orange juice on the porch last night. Forgot that. Darn it. I'll leave it right here. Plenty cold. My fridge, that small little fridge. Good job, Daddy's cold. Really? Snow. More snow, it just never stops. Never stops, the snow. I have no anxiety though. The Lord's took it away from me, and I appreciate that. I had some killer anxiety for a while, and I've never had it before in my life, but the wifey gave me that. And why did I get anxiety since I got married? Is because I started caring more than I should. When you care too much, it's not healthy. Like worry about, like, man, I would worry to death because she would drive 30 miles to work. That stressed me out for years. I'd have anxiety so bad. My Asian wife, who's never been in the snow, driving 30 miles at 4 in the morning, that killed me for about 4 years. I never knew what anxiety was until that situation came. But anyways, and then what else gave me anxiety? Just worrying about my wife here really was the only anxiety I ever had. But I had to pray, and I had to get rid of all of it. She knows I love her dearly, but I can't worry like that. That's not my structure. You know what I mean? Some people are meant to be worriers. My body doesn't handle being a worrier. I had to give it all to the Lord. So that's that, because it is what it is. What happens, happens. It's all scripted. It's all already the plan. Yeah, no. Yeah, marriage isn't easy. There's nothing easy about marriage. Could you imagine being married to a guy like me? living 3 miles in the wood, hauling water, hauling your wood, living off grid, like doing art for a living, not wanting to work for somebody. I mean, think about it. I'm like somebody's worst nightmare as a husband. But if you have a heart, if you're a woman that has a heart and has faith and is a dreamer and has a dream, I'm the perfect husband for you. Because I'm the one that's going to build you up and tell you to follow your heart and not conform to what society wants. That's what I instilled in my wife. Since day one, no. You're not here to bust your ass and work 100 hours a week and buy things. You're here to follow your heart and fulfill your dreams and please your God. I make that clear. You're not going to come here and try to push me to hustle. You know, if you want to hustle, you hustle, but you're not going to push me to hustle. You know what I mean? I'm not marrying you because I'm going to buy you a big house at the beach. I'm marrying you because I love you and I'm going to give you an opportunity to be the best you can be. You know what I mean? But don't come here pushing me. That was a huge thing for a minute, but we worked that out immediately when she knew I wasn't budging. Hell, when I met my wife, I was living in a van down by the river, working in national parks. I've got like 7 years working in national parks in the United States. And I actually met her when I was working in Shenandoah National Park. Her and 30 Thai women came working on a visa. They came from Thailand for the summer to work in the park. I was a food and beverage manager up in Shenandoah National Park. Well, I was a crappy husband for many, many years because it took a long time because, you know, a different culture. But I understood my wife because I understand the Thai culture. And they're very ambitious. And you got to understand for my situation, third world countries, they all look up to be Americans. They all want to be like the Kardashians. They all want to have eyelashes and makeup on and look beautiful and have a fake ass and fake titties. No offense. They all want to be that. So when you go to other countries and villages in my wife's country and smaller towns in Thailand, all the young kids, they're all trying to be like American superstars and stuff like that. My point is, so I understood she was very ambitious. But she didn't understand I was not very ambitious. So it took a long time for her to see who I am. So we bumped heads, but I wasn't, what am I going to sell my soul for somebody? Hell no. I compromised, but I'm not selling my soul for anybody. My soul is for the Lord. End of story. Jesus before anybody. Jesus before my wife. Jesus before my life. I'll make that crystal clear. That's right now as we speak. Jesus is first and foremost. So my point is, maybe you have a wife that will never be pleased because maybe she's not happy inside. I don't know. Yeah, we have a snowstorm right now, so I need to blow my nose. I wish you all the best, but it's hard to say. You're married with children. But me personally, like I would rather be single, even at 54. Like I will be single before I'm unhappy. Like if we're unhappy, living miserable, I would be single before I let that happen. You know what I mean? Because life's too short. I'd give my wife a hug and a pat on the ass and say, see you later. But I'm detached like that, brother. It's Jesus first, so nothing matters. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing I was saying yesterday. Like I love everything way too much, so I had to be detached from it. Like, you know what I mean? You can't. It's not healthy to love like so much. Like my Huskies, oh my Lord, I love them so much. I'm strict. Like when they back out of their harnesses, my heart sinks. I about have a heart attack. You know what I mean? So I realized, wow, I'm so scared to lose a dog that I won't even let them back out of their harnesses and run free for 10 minutes. I mean, we run miles a day, don't get me wrong. You'll see in about half an hour. That ain't what I mean. My point is, if you love something, set it free. If they come back to you, it's yours. If it wasn't meant to be. That's the philosophy I live by. And I don't mean set them free physically, but I'm saying set them free spiritually. Like you can't, it's not healthy to love so much, so strong, you know what I mean? The only thing you're supposed to love that much is the good Lord. I don't know how much snow. We got 20 inches 2 days ago. It took me about 6 hours to snow blow and shovel yesterday. I thought it was over, but it's still snowing. But that's Michigan. Yeah. My wife is a little different. I sponsored her. She's from another country. There is, I was all in. Like I'm all in with that. Like there's no, you know what I mean? I'm not saying like we couldn't separate or nothing, but no, we were all in. It's a little different. There's a connectedness when you get a wife from a different country and you sponsor her, and you know what I mean? She had to go through immigration and all of that, and it was not easy. I had to get a lawyer, and we spent a lot of money to get my wife to become a citizen. Yes, sir. Oh, I don't think so. No, not at all. I don't, I don't think she is. I don't, not to sound mean or nothing, but that wouldn't scare me at all. Like, Chad, that's not a fear of mine at all. I personally love alone. I am totally not trying to be sarcastic, but that is definitely not a fear or anything I would ever think of if, you know what I mean? Like if that was on her mind, I would probably just give her a hug and say, "Oh, awesome, love you, babe." But I love alone, brother. I've always been that guy more than anybody I know. And when I say I love alone, I mean months in the woods alone, months living on the river in Northern California alone, months living in the California desert harvesting sage alone. I'm just that guy. I'm an artist. I journalize. I play music. Everything I do is created within. So I don't need anybody to do what I do. You know what I mean? That's just who I am. I'm a loner, especially with women too. You know what I mean? I definitely don't need a lady in my life. I'm comfortable like that. But I don't think she's thinking of leaving me. Is she 100? I don't. There's no shame in my game on my channel. Is my wife 1,000% happy in our relationship? I doubt it. Would she like a lot more? Would she like me to be a lot better? Absolutely. Would she like me to have a lot more money? Absolutely. Would she like me to be somebody I'm not? Absolutely. But does she love me for who I am? Absolutely. You know what I mean, Chad? It's like, yeah, naturally, I think she would love me to be a rich American, but she didn't marry me for money because I had none, you know. So I know that we didn't get married for money. I'll make that clear. And she's strong, and she loves us, and we're a family. But would she, would she love an easier life? Oh, hell yeah. Would I love an easier life for her? Oh, hell yeah. Do I wish I had everything laid out perfect for her? Yes, I do. But am I going to sell my soul for her? No, I'm not. I'm not selling my soul for anybody because the Lord has my soul. That's the only thing I can say. I feel bad whoever thinks that's mean or selfish, but it's just, it is who it is. And it is, you know what I mean? It is what it is. I'm not mad for putting Jesus first in my life. I'm from right here, brother. Michigan. I was born in Sagnasty, Saginaw, Michigan, 1971. Well, yeah, like, quite honestly, I'm probably one of the very few husbands that could sit here and tell you that their wives would like somebody better, you know what I mean, or like would like more in life. I don't know what wives think, but I know society is so caught up and wrapped up into material things and careers and worldly possessions and social media and trying to be like your neighbor and trying to, like, I know most 90% of society is like that. So um I wanted a hippie lady. That's what I wanted the most, was a hippie girlfriend. And I had hippie girlfriends growing up, but I never, didn't work out to where I had a hippie wife. Um, but anyways, I have an Asian wife that her family's lived on a farm in Asia, farming their own vegetables and stuff like that. So that's why my wife didn't want to come here and do that, because that's what her ancestors did. She wanted to come here and be better, and I get it, and I respect that. And that's what she's doing. My wife, that's what she's doing for herself. You know what I mean? She's got a career, full-time career at a hospital, and she does her Thai catering too. So she's absolutely doing what she wanted to do. Come here and work hard and work for herself and support her family. She sends money home every month to her family, and that's just what makes her feel good. I'm going to tell you one thing. In America, husbands and wives are quick to divorce. They're ashamed. They're ashamed to tell people about their problems. They're ashamed to argue. They're ashamed to try to work it out and have issues. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. You're too proud, people. It's time to slap yourself in the face, be humble, and work on your relationships. I have no shame in my game if my wife doesn't think I'm the best husband for her. We're still married, we still love each other, and we're still trying to be the version of ourselves. You know what I mean? We still hug and kiss and love each other. Am I the best person for my wife? Absolutely not. Am I the best person for myself? Absolutely not. Am I the best version of me? Not yet. Good morning, Mommy. That's my wife right there. Love you, honey. But you understand that? Like, I know I'm not the best for my wife. I know there's a guy, Robert Mack, he's got an Asian wife. That dude's got way more money than me. They got a house in Thailand. They got a house here. He just went and bought 80 acres. Hunky dory. I'm not him. But I know there's husbands that are better husbands financially for their Asian wives, for example. But do I think there's a better husband out there for my Asian wife that's a better person than me? Hell no. Hell no. What I instill in my wife is way more important than monetary. I'm teaching this lady how to follow her heart, how to follow other people, how to put herself first before anything. And that's it. Don't come to this country thinking you got to work your ass off and fall into the healthcare, our false healthcare program. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Our false banking system, the whole mortgage bullshit dream. She don't have to do any of that. That's what society thinks and teaches. You know what I mean? Not here. You can come here and have a heart and follow your heart. That's what America's about. So, I'm probably the worst and the best all in one. But my point was, Chad, I don't care that to say that her and I argue and work out our indifferences. That's what you're supposed to do. But at the end of the day, we wake up and kiss each other in the morning and love each other at night and give each other kisses goodnight. But what, you know what I'm saying, bro? I got doggies out. I forget who's out, who's in. Cats out. Some cats in, some cats out. Need to hit my water jug. This is full. I'll show you. You guys want to see a shit show? I'll show you a shit show. Me filling my water jug every morning. Look at all the water on the floor. Alright. And today's party. What am I throwing on the floor here? Puppy pad, I guess. Right in the electric. Right on the electric. That was headed right toward the electric. And that's my fill my water jug shit show for the day. 5 times a day. Fill your water shit show. Nothing's easy about this life. But I didn't sign up asking for easy. I didn't expect easy. I don't expect easy. I don't want easy. I don't want to wake up and turn the water on and look out my window and see my neighbor. And I like to stay warm if I put the wood on and cut wood, or cold if I don't. I like to work for... I like to feel hungry. I've always been that guy. I wouldn't know what to do if I didn't have something to worry about. I would never want a life, I'll make that clear. I would never want a life that's perfect. I would never want a life that's laid out, everything's in order, bank's ready to go, like just good to go everything. That's not me. I'll make that clear. I don't ever want it. I will never have it. I never had it. I like the element of surprise. Having the yellow brick road doesn't work for everybody, people. Some people like to live in a van down by the river. And when I mean some people like it, some people really like it. I'm that guy. It's called minimalist. A lot of people realize you're not taking crap with you when you go. But then there's other people that don't realize you're not taking that truck with you when you go. Well, let's see. What do we got here? Hot. Let's make some breakfast. Need that. Favorite cereal in the world right here. If I could have one cereal, no, it wouldn't be a sugar cereal. But if I could eat one cereal every day for the rest of my life, it'd be probably a good granola, something healthy. But if I could eat two cereals, it'd be a healthy one. And then if I had one shitty one, this would be the cereal I would eat the rest of my life. Favorite all-time cereal. The Golden Grahams and Cinnamon Life. Got a pumpkin pie. I'm just showing you guys my mess. I like to keep it real. Everything I do, I keep it real. I don't hide nothing. I have nothing to hide. I'm not ashamed of my lifestyle. I'm not ashamed of my finances. Nice pumpkin pie in there, you see it? I'm not ashamed of anything because I am good enough. I am strong enough. I am beautiful enough. I am a Christian. I am rich enough, strong enough, good enough, beautiful enough. I am everything. I am everything enough. You understand? I am enough. I am enough. I am enough for the Lord. I am enough for my wife. I'm enough. I am good enough. I am is the word. I am good enough. I am rich. I am healthy. Let me knock on some wood. You know what I mean? I am. Sam, I am. About to make some peanut butter toast. I'm starving. I don't sleep like you think I sleep. I made a mess, didn't I? Daddy made a big mess. I don't sleep like you think I sleep. I don't sleep like I should sleep, so that's why, like right now, I could eat a full course meal. I could eat a steak dinner right now. I'm starving. But I've been up all night and I'm just different. There's an art to doing toast on top of the skillet, on top of the cast iron. You can't just throw it down and then flip it because the bread would stick. You got to let it get crispy and golden brown. Once it gets golden brown, it kind of lifts up off of it. Right now, if I tried to peel that, it would just stick. So don't touch it. You'll know. You can almost smell it when it's ready to flip. I'll go show you guys my new boots that my wife bought me home last night. Haven't even tried them on. These are heavy as hell though. I always ask her to get me the cheapest ones you can get because I go through 2 or 3 pair of boots a winter getting pulled by 4 Huskies. But these were 30 bucks. Oh, she got me the wrong damn size. Mommy. I don't know if she got me the wrong size. She just brought them home last night. I'm not even going to try them on with barefoot. You got me the wrong size, babe. Damn it. Anyway, so I just saw that they're the wrong size. Forget that. And then she got me this pair. Let's see what these are. Well, these are 10s. These are me. Yes, she got me the wrong size. That's okay. Love you, babe. You can take them back today. Where'd you get? Tractor Supply? Yeah. And then we got these muck boots. These weren't that expensive, but more expensive than I like. 60 bucks at Tractor Supply. Well, these are nice too. These I like just to slip on when I snow blow and I'm doing yard stuff. You know what I mean? In and out real quick. And then these more for running the Huskies. But anyways, darn it. So much for wearing shoes today. I gotta text her and let her know. Take them back. That's funny, I would have never known. I would have never known until I showed you guys. I just take my knife. Oh yeah, it's still stuck. If it's still stuck, it means it's not done. Oh, it's wet on there. What did I make? Oh, I cooked something good yesterday. It's starting to get golden brown. I like to, once it gets crispy enough to move it around, do it like that. Most of my heat's generated from about a foot in over. I don't load it up on this side of it. I load it up on the back side of it. Running low on foil. I always recycle. This one piece of foil will last me a month. No, I'm not a cheap guy like that. I'm definitely not that guy. I don't want it to last me a month because I need it to. I want it to last a month because it will last a month. You understand? Chad, everything you see here, my little cabin in the woods, my Asian wife, my Huskies, my art, my van life, my national park life, I manifested that stuff. I knew exactly where I would be and what I wanted to do. If you haven't tapped into the power of manifesting, I just recommend that you practice some techniques. And that's where it all stems from. I'm way more positive than the average person in the morning. Matter of fact, the average person can't stand to be around me in the morning. Any job I've ever had, all through school, anything, I'm just a morning guy. That's who I am. People can't keep up with my enthusiasm. I hate to say that, but even society, I'm way more positive than the average person in the morning. That's me. Would I be that way if situations were different? I don't know. Situations aren't different. You know what I mean? So I have nothing, but I have everything. And I think that's where my excitement comes from. I have nothing. I literally absolutely am out here with nothing. I don't own a television. I don't have stereos. I don't have bikes. I don't have fucking motorcycles. I don't have toys. I live in a box with wood. my wife, my dogs, a little bit of food and water if I bring it up there. That's where my happiness is. So I don't have anything in my life like to, I just have things to look forward to. I don't have a bunch of things that I already have that are weighing me down heavy. I just have ambition and goals, and I have my religion. So I'm excited to have nothing. I'm not normal. I have a very, very different outlook. Matter of fact, the last 15 years, I'm trying to figure out how I can get rid of the shit I do have. We bought a house, and I hated the house, man. We sold it 5 years later, bought this. I don't want a house. I don't want a mortgage. I don't want to live next to people and go to work 9 to 5 and come home and wave at the neighbor and shovel when he's shoveling. And I don't want to come home and put Christmas lights in the yard when the neighbor does. You know what I mean? I don't want that. I don't want to keep up with that shit. Give a fuck about the neighbors. No offense. I just don't. There's a reason I don't have a television. I don't keep up with politics. I don't keep up with the Kardashians. I don't keep up with any of it. I worship Jesus. That's it. I've never had anything, Chad. My mom and I came from a single family mom, she worked, I had less growing up, and it was perfect. I thank the Lord for my life. I'm so grateful I was humbled when I was young. That's how I found Jesus when I was 4. 4 years old is when I turned to the Lord. I knew instantly the Lord is what I was seeking. But I don't want to hurt anybody in my family's feelings. But I will say I came from hell as a child. I don't care who listens. If you don't like what happened to my childhood, then maybe you should have did different in your life, whoever's watching. If I offend you talking about my childhood, maybe you should have been a better version of yourself. You understand? If what I say hurts you, maybe you should have been a better version of yourself growing up. Because I only speak truth. Period. A little bit of dirt from the wood stove don't hurt people. That's just dirt. I cooked on here yesterday. More dirt. Flick it off. You got dirt on it? Flick it off, man. A little dirt. You know what I mean? A little dirt don't hurt. No, I lived in a van for a good 10 years, traveling all in the 90s. I lived in Key West 2 or 3 times, worked in all the national parks. You know what I mean? So my van was my tool, but I couldn't carry a lot of stuff in my van. So the last good chunk of my adult life, I did the van life. And then after the van life, I did, national parks with my wife and stuff. So I've always had nothing as far as material things. But no, don't get me wrong. If I would like stuff one day, but my wife, we travel, we go to Thailand, and, I've never, you can't be a traveler and have a bunch of stuff. You know what I mean? You can't travel the world with, 5 cars and horses and cows and, you know what I mean? But things are cool, I just know, me personally, I'm not taking anything with me when I die. So I don't really have goals to have a bunch of stuff. That clarity came at a young age. You know why, Chad? My name's Chad, by the way, too. I don't know if you knew that. Oh, thanks, Chad. at a young age when I was 4 years old. True story. You're going to like this story, Chad. When I was 4 years old, I used to dream. I had the same dream that I would find gold everywhere I would go. Like I'd be walking with somebody. This was when I was 4 years old. Same dream. Wherever I went in my dream, I was finding a ton of gold. Like, why would a young kid even? I didn't even know what gold was when I was 4. But yeah, I had a dream that I was a gold collector. So I've always collected gold since I was 4. Well, boy, I would get so mad though. These dreams were my lifelong lesson. Here's the story. Here's the punchline. So I'd get so excited during my dream, finding all this gold. But when I woke up every morning, I'm like, damn, there's no gold. So I'd wake up sad. This is me at 4 years old, dude. All the way till like many years, I had this dream. Dreaming I find gold, I wake up sad. Finding all this money, wake up sad with nothing. I'm like, that feeling of having it and let down, like, what a lifelong lesson. Well, finally I had a dream. I found all this gold, and then all of a sudden, the good Lord's voice came over and said, and he was mad. He let me know, he's like, son, you don't need the gold. These roads up here, he showed me the roads were paved with gold. He said, you'll never need this gold. It means nothing up here. I want you to let it go from this day forward. And that's the voice. It said it not in those words, but he said words to me. He spoke right straight to me at a young age. You're not bringing the gold with you. But isn't that crazy? So from that day forward, I realized nothing's coming with me. Excuse me. Got choked up a little bit. But yeah, I had a recurring dream. I'm packing my pockets. Boy, because I knew I would wake up and the gold would be gone. So I used to pack my pockets in the dream. Every time, I couldn't even walk. I had so much gold in my pocket. And it was making Jesus mad. The good Lord was getting mad at me. He's like, you need to stop. You're not taking this with you. And so he intervened at a young age. He said, dude, you're not going to be that guy. You don't need to chase gold. You don't need to chase the material things. You don't need to chase these worldly things. Follow me, take my hand, and you'll be all right, son. Choked up. Excuse me. But that was my message that I've carried with me my whole life. So, I love you, Jesus. Sorry. Had to end that story. Choking up. The Lord is my king. Oh yeah, getting golden brown. That'll be good. Thanks for the sub. I'll sub you up too, Chad. I saw her today at the reception with a glass of wine in her hand, and I knew it had to be a love connection. But you can't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need. I heard that, brother. I'm about to make some toast, get my dogs geared up. Oh, another log on the fire. So what do I gotta do? I gotta get the snowblower out, shovel the driveway, snow blow the driveway. Today's Sunday. Gotta get my truck, taking my truck to the shop. That's coming up real soon. I'm getting the full Nelson with that thing all the way around. Brakes, rotors, pads. anything and everything. I'm fixing that truck. So that's going in the shop next week. Then I'm getting the plow package and my plow put on. But before that, I'm getting the full Molly, the full Nelson for that truck. That's going to feel good. And then what else I got? I have a few burdens, but the Lord let them be burdens and nothing more than that. You know what I mean? What's the difference between deer nuts and beer nuts? Beer nuts are $1.29 a bag, and deer nuts are always under $1. Boom, boom, boom. Psh. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I gotta switch gears, Chad. Love you, brother. Nice chatting with you, dude. Dear Lord, I ask that you help our friends and help our family and help our friends in need, Lord Jesus. I want to say a shout out to Chad and anybody that's on this live stream, Lord. We ask for your protection, Lord. We ask for your guidance and your strength and your clarity, Lord. All things are possible through you, Lord. And mainly, we just ask for your clarity and strength. We pray for the blessings that you give us. We pray for peace on earth and unity. Our King, we love you. And we thank you for everything, our Lord. Amen. God bless you guys, man. I cry every time I talk about Jesus. Isn't that weird? 54 years old and I talk about Jesus and cry. Every time. Today, tonight, 3 times today I could cry talking about the Lord. I saw her today at the reception with a glass of wine in her hand. And I knew it had to be a love connection. I don't know that last verse. Everybody, but you can't always get what you want. Oh, no, you can't always get what you want. But if you try sometime, you just might find you get what you need. Oh, yeah. Woo! Tell you what, you got time to make toast on the stove like this? You got time to appreciate that flavor. If you got time to boil water on the stove, you certainly have time to savor the flavor on that cup of coffee. You feel me? Oh, my kitty's here. Our kitty. Those are my kitties. Good morning. No? Thought I heard the kitty scratching. False alarm. I saw her today at the reception with a glass of wine in her hand. And I knew it had to be a love connection. And I knew that I knew down, down. Singing now. You can't always get what you want. Who wants everything you want? Who wants to get everything you want? I don't want everything I need. You know what I mean? That would suck to have everything. I'll till I die, I'll say that. I don't want to be the guy that has everything. I like the challenge. I like not having things. I like waking up wanting and needing. What if you woke up and had it all? Where's your goals? Where's your ambition? Don't you like the challenge? Like, who wants it laid out perfect on a platter? Not this guy. I like the challenges, man. It's not the destination, it's the journey for me. Hope my wife doesn't see this. I'll clean the house before she gets home. Love you, honey. My wife is the real rock star. Hey now, get your game on. Get your game on. Get paid. Hi, Bear Day's gonna make some peanut butter toast. Well, I love me so much. I don't love me as much as I love Jesus, but I certainly love me. Chad, I hope you love yourself, brother. It starts with that, dude. And I mean love yourself. Put yourself on a pedestal. I'm talking about love yourself, not tolerate yourself. I'm talking about love yourself, brother. I want you to look in the mirror and realize that you're damn good enough. You're better than good enough. You're awesome. You feel me, brother? That's all we're saying. One hand cooking here. I want you to love yourself more than you've loved anybody. Because the minute you love yourself more than you love anybody, you're capable of loving other people. If you don't love yourself, you're not capable of loving other people. And that's the truth. A lot of people don't realize that. I was that way when I was a kid. I had 1,000,000 girlfriends. I had 100 partners. I was that guy. Handsome guy. Blonde hair, living at the beach. I was that guy. But anyways, I loved everybody else. I didn't love myself. I was looking externally and not internally. Difference now, I'm internal. External means narrow, none. Okay, we're going to do a product review. Product review. Dollar store bread, dollar store peanut butter. Dry. Powdery. Tasty. Oh, hi. Oh, you want a bite? We have one bite. No way. You want a bite? Hungry. Darn it. Right on the floor. Some wood chips. Some wood chips in my peanut butter. Should I eat it? It fell right on the... Oh yeah. We're eating it. Not the dog hair though. I'm nasty. That's one thing for sure. That's one thing. I concur. I certainly concur. A little dirt. A little more dirt than I like, but good boy. I don't know what that was. Peanut butter in my shoe. Whoa. Golden brown. Bite of bread. You got a dirty eye. That's your eye. You got a dirty face, buddy. Hang on. Yeah. All right. Piece number 2. What these are? Chunks of something, but I've ate a lot worse, trust me. Some of my travels, Central America, Asia. Some of the things I've eaten before the average person couldn't eat. I'm gonna bet your ass on that. That's how we do it. It's just a journal for me. I just go live. I don't have a big following, but I think I'm cool. Isn't that sad that I think I'm cool? I'm just curious. Is that sad that I think I'm cool? Because I honestly think I'm cool. I think my artwork's cool. I think my lifestyle's cool. I think my career's cool. I think my wife's cool. Hi, honey. What are you doing, girl? What are you doing? I'm a big girl. Oh, hi. How do you like my painting back there? I'm working on that one still. Here, have a bite. Hi, Bear. How you doing, buddy? He's looking at that. What are you looking at, Bear? That? Huh? What about you? What are you looking at, too? Hang on. What about you? Everybody's looking at Daddy's peanut butter bread. I'll tell you that bread's not going to be good by the end. Kind of has that taste. I don't know what those marks are on that. What is that? Something in my bread. Looks like spider legs. Sure did look like spider legs. Hang on, Coon, we'll give you a bite. Time is it? 7:30. All right. Get ready to go. Get ready to go run some Huskies here. Whoops. That was stupid. Vacuum here this morning. All right, we're doing good. Hope you guys are doing good. We're just be careful. Oh, I got a wet floor over there, don't I? Okay. I don't know. I might buy 5 more cords of wood. Quite honestly. Might get one more delivery. One bite. Coon, you want to buy the bread? Where's Coon? You've already had enough. Take it. Don't be a pussy. Now take it, man. Take it like a husky. Take it like you mean it. Right, guys? Take it like you mean it. Smile. Smiles. Good girl. Wow. Cold breeze coming in here. For real cold breeze. Okay. I gotta pick slivers out from yesterday still. That's a morning thing, picking my slivers out. Normally I do it in the afternoon when the light's better. My old eyes can't see, but this thumb lit over there, it's got some nasty ones. Wah, nobody cares, but only thing worse than a splinter is a paper cut. I'd rather have a chunk of wood up my nail, which I do. I'd rather have a chunk of wood in my nail than a sliver. I mean, than a paper cut. Paper cuts are like razor blades. Hang on, kids. Daddy's doing this one-handed. If anybody watches my live, they realize I hide nothing. It's just a journal. Video journal. Grab a piece of paper. All out of napkins. Wipe that down. Mommy's got a shop. Shout out to my wife. My awesome wife does all the shopping. Well, in my defense, I used to shop and I also used to do laundry, but she no longer lets me shop. So, I go and spread your wings, girl. You want to shop? You can be the shopper. Hi. I don't care if somebody's watching or not. You're not hurting my feelings, you guys. Spy, sit and watch and pretend you're not watching. I don't care. No shame in my game, son. Shoo, booger. I got money to spare, but I ain't got it there. That's the late, great Shaky Horton. Not my words, people. Not my words. I'm just here to recite stuff. I love Shaky Horton. Well, hi. Here, have a bite. Cool. Nobody wants it? Bye-bye. I know my girl's sitting like a good girl. Come here. Waiting for Daddy, aren't you? You guys want one more bone? And we're gonna get ready and go. That's for you. That's for you. 1, 2. Oh. That's not a good toss, Daddy. I can feel the cold air out there. Whoa.